champion, ladies division, Peggy Fleming. Peggy, how do you view the women's competition here?
Well, at this point in the competition, after the short program, Christina Vigelius is in first place. She's from Finland. And in second place, Claudia Leisner of West Germany. And she's a very consistent skater. And in third place, our reigning national champion, Rosalind Sumners. She's now fully recovered from her hip injury that she suffered. And I look forward to an exciting competition because any one of these girls could win because this is 50% of the score. Yeah, free skating is a very important phase of this competition.
Christina Vigelius of Finland is the leader coming into the finals of this competition. One problem, she's skating before all of the women who are just behind her. Kind of difficult, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
They'll know exactly how good they have to be when they go out there. And the judges normally leave themselves somewhere to mark higher in case it's necessary.
She is three-time Finnish champion, and she was 4th or 9th in the world last year, and the year before she was 4th. That was a very nice double axel. The height and the control was very good. Split jump into a double flip. It's a nice combination, very smooth and flowed over the ice very nicely.
Watching the leader in the women's competition, Christina Vigelius of Finland. In the north country of New York State, Lake Placid, we're watching a young lady from the far north country of Europe.
Double axel jump. She's skating more consistently than she did last year at the World Championships in Copenhagen. She was the leader after the school figures, and then when the free skating started, she kind of fell apart.
She was not alone in that at the World Championship.
No, she wasn't.
A lot of them did.
But that was the championship which Elaine Zayak pulled from 7th place to 1st, and that hasn't been done in, as far as I can remember. Elaine, by the way, is not taking part in this competition because she's just participated in another championship. I think she did a very safe program. She didn't try any triples, which she does have down on her list of things that she did plan on doing.
Christina Vigelius, skating in a sense an almost defensive performance as the leader, with all the people who are trying to surpass her yet to come.
Let's take a look at her double axel jump. This is her preparation, that back edge. Now she's going to step forward. Her arms help her to get up in the air. 2.5 revolutions, landing backwards. Pretty solid looking jump. Not a great double axel, but very nicely done.
Well, here are the marks for Christina Vigalius. Remember, she has 2 marks. The first for technical merit, based on a perfect score of 6. The second for artistic impression.
5.1.
The first set of marks range from a low of 4.8 to a high of 5.2, generally in the low 5s.
5.2.
The artistic impression, her choreography, music, and style.
Here's your second set of marks: 5 2s, 5 3s, 5 4s, 5 3s, generally in that range, a little bit lower on the technical merit. Did you skate a conservative program on purpose?
Yes, I did. I didn't want to do any triples. I just wanted to do everything well.
Why didn't you want to do any triple jumps?
Well, I thought that it's better to do a clean program than just take a risk right now.
Well, it was fascinating to watch. Thank you, Christina. Right.
Does your car
Phil and I...
We're watching Claudia Leisner of West Germany. Marks for the previous skater, the leader, Christina Vigalius, range from 5-1 to 5-4. They're marks that could be beaten.
It may be hard for Claudia to pull up over Christina Vigalius. Claudia's had a lot of trouble on her jumps. There's been a lot of leaning, and it's really hard for her to hold on to some of those. Now she has another combination jump coming up as a split jump, triple toe, and she was leaning on that too and just could not hold on to it. This is going to be a triple salchow, and she fell on that too. She really didn't complete that rotation.
Now, this is just the sort of thing we saw at the World Championships last year. There seems to be a rash of falls going on. Are they just trying much more difficult things?
Oh, they definitely are, and you can see this is a perfect example. Is she has no real performance level. She really needs a lot of polish and working on her general skating more than her jumps. Her jumps, are there, but the overall performance isn't there.
Now, this performance, it would seem, opens the door for Rosalind Sumners of the United States, who is in 3rd position and has yet to skate.
Yes, it really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, a sad day here for Claudia Leisner, but that's one of the reasons they're here, to gain international experience.
Let's take a look at some of the trouble she was having on her jumps. This is a double flip in slow motion there. She takes the preparation 3-turn and tapping in, doing 2 turns in the air, and look at that lean that she has, but she held on to that one. We'll find out about Claudia's marks, and we will see Rosalind Sumners, our current national champion, coming up next.
Rosalind Sumners.
Here is the American national champion, who didn't do so well in the World Championship. She finished 6th. She's had an injury problem, but now on the comeback trail is Rosalind Sumners from the state of Washington.
First jump coming up is a double axel jump. Very strong, very nice. She has a very nice, confident look about herself. And another double axel. Now a double Lutz jump. Very nice and easy.
Remember that the leader, Christina Vigalius of Finland, skated a very conservative performance. The girl who was 2nd, Claudia Leisner,
nice.
had a bad performance.
Nice triple toe.
Actually, the marks for Claudia Leisner were a little bit higher than we would have thought, at least on the technical merit. They ranged from 5.1 to 5.6. On artistic impression, however, most were down in the 4.9s, although she had a couple of 5.4s, a wide spread.
Rosalind has such a fresh look and really a real American style to her. Ina Bauer into a double axel, and the way she finished that jump was beautiful in a pretty arm position. Very difficult to do. It shows the judges that she really has control of that jump. She's skating very well so far. Coming up is a triple sow. Oh, she decided to play it safe, which that's okay too.
Rosalind Sumner, the American national champion, looking very good to this point as she tries to move up from third to second, maybe even to first. It's certainly possible. The door's open.
It's a very hard move to do. What she just did is do a spiral and end up on your toe and push backwards. May look simple to everybody out here, but that's really difficult.
She looks every bit as good as she did in the Nationals last year to me.
Yes, she really does. She looks so happy and confident. She just really looks great.
One thing is for sure, Rosalind Summers is back in business. Every bit as good and maybe a little better than she was when she won the national championship last year. And now, some of the crowd standing up. Bit of a standing ovation for Rosalind.
Okay, this is slow motion look at her. Ina Bauer, very difficult position to start off a jump like a double axel. Taking off, forward, 2.5 revolutions in the air and landing backwards. And look at the arm position that she lands in.
Well, that was quite a performance.
It wasn't my best, but I just started training about a month ago, and so I kind of had to cram everything together real fast, but I was happy out there.
Here's your first set of marks, 5.5s. I see 5.4s and 5.3s and 2 5.6s at the end. I think those are certainly very good marks in comparison to the rest of the skaters that have already performed.
I don't know, I wanted to go out and skate my very best, and I didn't, so now I just know how hard I have to go home and work.
You said that you were not going to peak at this championship like you did last year. What does that mean?
Well, last year here in the class that I did everything, I did a full-up program and concentrated very hard on everything and did 5 triples, and from there on I did that at Skate Canada, and I got sick and then injured, and it just kind of kept going downhill all year, so we're trying to pace a little differently this year so I can peak at Worlds at the right time.
Well, here's your second set of marks. 5.6s generally across, a few 5.4s, 5.3s, and 1 5.7. Well, those are wonderful. Congratulations and good luck. You're really on the trail back again.
I hope so.
It's terrific. Well, we'll return with the results of the ladies' competition in just a moment, and we'll also see an outstanding performance from America's world champion, Scott Hamilton.
Results are in, and the ladies' champion of Skate America is Rosalind Summers of the United States, coming from behind, from third to first to take the gold medal. Second place going to Claudia Leisner of West Germany, and third to Christina Vigelius of Finland. And an interesting side note, Tiffany Chin of the United States pulled from 7th place to 4th. Well, there's no question that women's competition was certainly close, certainly dramatic. Not so really in the case of the men's. It was really, I think you'll agree, Dick, a one-man show. Scott Hamilton of the United States, the world champion.
Well, all of the men's competition had the ubiquitous triple jumps and the moves that we always see in men's competition. But it was only Scott Hamilton that had real charisma, a real challenge, a real flair, a standout flair in the competition. And I guess that's because he's Scott Hamilton.
No question. Champion of the world. Let's watch his performance with our commentary as recorded at the time. Throwing heavily on the 30s. This was the theme song of the late Claude Thornhill called Snowfall.
Interestingly enough, Scott does not appear to compete against any other skater. Instead, he seems to compete against himself, demanding of himself the very best. And if he gets a 6 or a gold medal, that's recognition of the fact that he is achieving what he wants to, rather than competing against just any other skater. The song was written on a band bus one night, a snowy night, driving through Vermont. Triple flip jump with the toe pick in, double flip jump instead. Bit of old-fashioned style of skating incorporated in this choreography. Section of the choreography the same as last year. Its familiarity and comfort in these moves very evident. Spin. You know, it's really a first-rate performance. He's a wonderful skater. So tight, so crisp, so clean. I think this program will fit in even better when he's had a little chance to perform it a few more times in front of other audiences. But basically, you know, he's a wonderful skater.
As for the rest of the medalists there, second place went to Heiko Fischer of West Germany, third place to Josef Sobotczyk of Czechoslovakia. The fourth place finisher was James Santee of the United States, brother of David. That's the way it was then at Skate America in the Olympic Ice Arena in Lake Placid, New York. Our thanks, as always, to former world and Olympic champions Peggy Fleming and Dick Button. This is Jim McKay saying so long.
Lisa Spitz and Scott Gregory of the United States were first, Also, Alina Valova and Oleg Vasiliev of the Soviet Union won the pairs event. Now, yet to come here on Wide World of Sports, at the conclusion will be the conclusion of the World Weightlifting Championships from Yugoslavia and same-day satellite coverage of the Rome Mile. But first, here is our colleague Jim Lampley with some scores and highlights from this afternoon's college football.